Participants of the plenary session of the Russian-Indian Business Forum. These days, New Delhi has brought together representatives of economic ministries.
These days, New Delhi has brought together representatives of economic ministries, leaders of the largest companies and banks, heads of regions, parliamentarians from 2 of our countries. By the way, all those who are really involved in the practical activities in the development of multilateral Russian-Indian cooperation in the field of import and export, finance and investment. As I understand, a wide range of specific issues of economic cooperation between Russia and India. But the main thing is that the forum has established new business contacts, negotiations on future commercial deals, a start to promising mutually beneficial projects. I would like to emphasize and say the most important thing, that this forum, when we conceived, organized and proposed it, was initially conceived to show the multifaceted possibilities of our cooperation. I want it to be clear that the Russian delegation has come not only to talk about energy issues, not only to place orders and sign contracts for the supply of oil or gas. We want to develop multilateral relations with India in different directions. The Prime Minister has emphasized many times in our personal conversations that India has huge and growing opportunities in many areas, but they are not used as we would like them to be used, and we would like it on both sides. This is what this forum is dedicated to. The forum is dedicated primarily to the opportunities of the Indian economy and to the acquaintance of our economists with these opportunities, so that we can open our markets for mutual satisfaction and mutual development. All this is fundamentally important, because the strong and developed ties between the Russian and the Indian businesses serve as one of the most reliable supports for relations, a particularly privileged strategic partnership between the 2 countries. Indeed, Russia and India are long-standing and close trading partners. The trade continues to grow at a steady pace, and in the last 3 years the dynamics have been record-breaking, up to 80%. As a result of last year, the volume of Russian-Indian trade reached $64 billion. At the same time, it is obvious that there are huge opportunities for further increase in bilateral trade and capital investment. Russia and India have a capacious consumer market, an impressive economic, technological and resource potential. I would like to stress once again that, under the leadership of Mr. Modi, India has an absolutely independent sovereign policy and at the same time achieves very good results in the economic sphere. The Indian economy is currently one of the most dynamically growing economies in the world. The numbers speak for themselves. Over the past 10 years, the country's GDP has increased almost twice, and the purchasing power parity has increased by 2.5 times. Thanks to such a competent economic policy, such a significant initiative of Mr. Modi as the India Business Program, India is strengthening its technological sovereignty. The Indian processing and light industry, IT sector and pharmaceutical industry occupy leading positions in the world. Russia is interested in studying the Indian experience and using it to implement our national import substitution programs and localization of high added value products. The leadership of the 2 countries and I, along with Mr. Prime Minister, pay close attention to the tasks of deepening Russia's multilateral economic ties with India. As a result of today's talks, we have adopted the Russian-Indian Economic Cooperation Development Program. This comprehensive document is aimed at achieving the goals set by Mr. Modi and bringing the trade volume to $100 billion by 2030. This requires the most active efforts of the business circles of both countries to further expand and diversify the trade volume and to form a balanced structure of cross-border trade. Taking into account Russia's significant trade profit, Russian businesses are ready to increase their purchases of goods and services in the most extensive nomenclature. This is what we are interested in, dear friends, because it makes our economy more stable. Indian entrepreneurs, as your forum has clearly shown, are also interested in trading with Russia. They have something to offer. The synergy is obvious. Therefore, it would be logical for projects related to the increase in the supply of Indian products to Russia to receive priority attention in the course of the implementation of the new export support program adopted by Mr. Modi's government recently. On my part, I would like to assure the business circles that all useful initiatives for the development of mutual economic exchanges will be met in the future with the assistance of Russian ministries and agencies. Of course, the key role in shaping the atmosphere of genuine free trade between our countries is the Intergovernmental Trade Commission. It is important to note that in close cooperation, we are working to eliminate the remaining customs and administrative barriers for the counter-movement of goods, services and capital. A positive effect in this regard, as it stands, would be the conclusion of a preferential trade agreement between India and the Eurasian Economic Union. The freedom of trade, an unthinkable and unstable system of bilateral calculations, reliable payment and insurance mechanisms, and the tangible advantages of the use of national currencies allow for uninterrupted financial transactions regardless of external circumstances. And of course, the availability of transport and logistics communications is of particular importance. A lot is already being done in this direction. The project to create the North-South corridor from Russia and Belarus to the coast of the Indian Ocean is in full swing, as well as the modernization of the infrastructure of the Northern Sea route, including its use for the supply of Indian products to the world markets. Of course, we must not and cannot limit ourselves to trade in the cooperation between our two countries. We must go further, improve industrial cooperation, together create new and modern products, strengthen technological alliances, primarily in such advanced and scientific capable industries as digitization, autonomous robotics, pharmaceuticals, including the synthesis of effective drugs and the production of high-tech medical equipment. We are ready for broad partnerships with India in the field of artificial intelligence, where our countries have their own advanced developments. Russia is interested in participating in the summit on artificial intelligence planned in India in February 2026. I have just mentioned this to the Prime Minister. We will send a delegation to this event. In conclusion, I would like to stress once again that the further strengthening of Russian-Indian trade and investment ties, close cooperation, business cooperation, all this contributes to economic growth and development, to the improvement of the well-being of our citizens, which means that it fully meets the core interests of our country and our peoples. I would like to wish all participants and organizers of the forum all the best and all the best. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Excellency, for sharing your vision on the immense potential of bilateral trade. Excellencies, now I respectfully invite Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, to deliver his concluding remarks.